Hey, how's it going, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and in today's video I want to talk about a hypothetical scenario about Red Dead Redemption 2. I think it's a foregone conclusion that at some point it's gonna come to PC. However, as I've been talking about in the last few months, the PC gaming market right now is very interesting because you're having all of these different competitors to Steam popping up, and then you have a lot of other publishers moving away from Steam, maybe releasing their games on their own services. Of course, the biggest competitor to Steam right now is the Epic Games Store. Epic Games has a crap ton of money because of the success of Fortnite. They pretty much have FU money where they can buy any game and they can write any publisher or developer a big fat check to make their game exclusive to the Epic Games Store, and we've seen a lot of games be exclusive to the Epic Games Store. But outside of that, we've also seen publishers move away from Steam and release the games on their own platform. That's what Bethesda's doing with all of their games. Fallout 76 was a Bethesda.net exclusive. It looks like Rage 2 is going to be a Bethesda.net exclusive. And it's just a very interesting time in the PC gaming market. So that raises the question, what about Red Dead Redemption 2? Now, at this point, the only games that are going to stay on Steam are the ones that have a reason to be there. Maybe that publisher or developer doesn't have the infrastructure to put out their own game on their own platform, or they want the exposure that Steam's gonna offer them versus the check that Epic Games are gonna give them right away, or maybe they can't even come to an agreement with Epic Games. You get the idea. But with Rockstar Games, they really have no reason to keep their game on Steam anymore because you have Epic Games as a platform, and because Rockstar has their own platform in Rockstar Social or whatever it is. They just sell their game on Steam similar to how Ubisoft would sell their games on Steam. You would still have to go through Uplay. With Rockstar, you still have to go through their client to access their games. And what's even more interesting, and why I raised this question now, is because of the recent development with Ubisoft and Epic. Epic worked out some sort of partnership with Ubisoft. Ubisoft is no longer going to release The Division 2 on Steam. Rather, it is going to be released on the Epic Games Store, but with that game, it's not going to be an Epic Games Store exclusive. It's still going to be released on Uplay. And the point that I don't see anyone bring up with this topic is the fact that this really benefits Epic Games in absolutely no way. The Epic Games Store isn't really benefited with The Division 2 being on there, because let's be real, who is gonna go to the Epic Games Store to buy The Division 2 and then The Division 2 on the Epic Games Store would take you to Uplay? Do you really want to work through two layers of different services there? Services that you don't really care about? Nobody's really invested into the Epic Games Store to the point where they want all their games on the Epic Games Store. They want a complete Epic Games Store library. I'm sure there's like one or two people like that out there, but let's be real, that is the severe minority. At this point, if you do want The Division 2, you're probably just gonna go straight to Uplay and buy the game directly from there. And that's why, from Ubisoft's perspective, this partnership is absolutely freaking brilliant. Here's the great thing. Epic Games probably wrote Ubisoft a big fat check to not bring The Division 2 to Steam and only bring it to the Epic Games Store and Uplay. And now the majority of gamers are just gonna go to Uplay, their own service, and buy the game off them. Nobody's gonna buy the game from Steam where Steam is gonna take a cut. Let's be real. Is anybody gonna be really buying The Division 2 on the Epic Games Store? Nope. So in essence, what this Ubisoft Epic Games Store partnership offered is Epic Games just forked over a lot of money to Ubisoft. I imagine that's what happened. I doubt that Ubisoft would just inherently remove their game from Steam and then put it on the Epic Games Store without any monetary exchange. That hasn't been confirmed, but that's what you would imagine. And now Ubisoft is just gonna sell all their games on their own platform. Epic Games probably isn't gonna make much. This partnership, in my eyes, was only to spite Steam. That is the only reason this partnership came to fruition. I'm sure Ubisoft doesn't really care, but for Epic Games, they're like, alright, let's take this game away from Steam. Let's get this partnership going with Ubisoft. And Ubisoft said that this is a multi-game agreement. And future Ubisoft games are going to follow this path as well. So how does that relate to Red Dead Redemption 2? Well, what is stopping Epic Games from working out that same agreement with Rockstar in releasing Red Dead Redemption 2 on the Epic Games Store, not bringing it on Steam, but Rockstar could still sell their game on their own client? Epic Games would write Rockstar a big fat check. Rockstar could release their game on their own platform. They could sell it directly through their own platform and then keep all the money, and they could enjoy a big check that they got from the Epic Games Store. I'm not saying that this is a certainty to happen, but look at all of these different other publishers and developers moving away from Steam. We've seen studios like Bethesda, Ubisoft, Activision even, they're slowly moving away from Steam and releasing games on their own platform. Why would Rockstar be any different? If anything, Rockstar is just as big as a Bethesda, if not at this point even bigger. Red Dead Redemption 2 on PC would be bigger than just about any game Bethesda's gonna put out. I know Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna be a huge title, you can go back and forth, but that's why the Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna be a Bethesda.net exclusive. Literally, whenever a Steam sale starts, whether it be the winter sale, the summer sale, you'll see Grand Theft Auto shoot up the top sellers list, and it's usually among the top 10, maybe even sometimes the top 5, and given the fact that that game released, what, 3.5, 4 years ago at this point? That is pretty freaking impressive, but at the same time, The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim is a game like that as well. When that game goes on sale, it shoots up that sales list, and it's one of the top sellers, and if Bethesda was willing to move away from Steam and release games on their own platform, what is stopping Rockstar as well? And Rockstar's relationship with PC gaming has always been a little bit weird. They'll put out the Grand Theft Auto games, but Red Dead Redemption never came to PC. I heard about the bad coding with that game, but they've also said some weird things about PC gaming. They've at the same time made a lot of revenue off PC gaming, but at the end of the day, Rockstar, if you actually assess them financially and from a business standpoint, they are as business savvy as they come. If you are telling me that Rockstar's marketing department aren't looking at this and figuring out ways how they could take advantage of the current ever-evolving climate of the PC gaming market, you are kidding yourself. This is a studio and publisher with Take-Two that released Grand Theft Auto 5 segmented 3 times. First on the PS3 and 360, then on the PS4 and Xbox One, then on PC, and they got people to buy that game 3 times. This company knows what they're doing. They invest a lot of money on their games, and they're absolutely committed on getting a return on the back end of these game releases and making even more than what they invested. Look at the sales numbers of Grand Theft Auto 5. Just talk to other gamers that played GTA 5. Ask them how many times they bought the game. At the very least, they bought it once. More likely than not, all of my friends at least bought that game twice. I think I even have a couple of friends that bought the game 3 times. I personally have bought the game 3 times, and I'm kind of ashamed to say that, considering just think about how much money Rockstar has gotten from me. That's kind of embarrassing, but that's how they play this game. They make great games, but at the same time, just assess them from a business standpoint. They are as business savvy as they come, and they know how to make as much money off of their games as possible. And you see it with GTA Online as well. All these years later, they've created this game that has so much longevity to it, and they're getting money from it over and over again. It's pretty incredible because everybody heralds Rockstar as this incredible studio, and yes, they are this incredible studio that puts out these great games, but when you actually look at them from a financial standpoint, I feel like it's even more impressive than what they put out game-wise, and games like Red Dead Redemption 2, Grand Theft Auto 5, those games have gotten perfect scores, because this will at least give me an idea of how this would be received. How would you receive that? So let's say if Rockstar released Red Dead Redemption 2 and it was exclusive to the Epic Games Store and their own platform, didn't come to Steam, how would you react to that? Epic Games writes Rockstar a big check to remove the game from Steam, because we've seen that they will do that. They will write these big checks just to spite Steam. That is why this Ubisoft partnership exists. I don't see any other reason, because nobody in their right mind is buying The Division 2 on the Epic Games Store. You have no reason to. Just go directly to Uplay. I highly doubt that Epic is going to make a return on their investment on The Division 2, but the fact is that positive PR of them getting a relationship with Ubisoft, them removing Ubisoft games from Steam, I think they put a lot of stock into that, and that's kind of a return on your investment value-wise. But if they made that same kind of agreement with Rockstar, how would you react? Red Dead Redemption 2 in a hypothetical world being exclusive to the Epic Games Store and Rockstar's platform. Alternatively, Rockstar could just release their game on their own platform, call it a day, and keep all their money that way. But you are kidding yourself if there isn't some sort of dialogue between Epic Games and Rockstar. Will they come to an agreement? I don't know. But I think it is a story to definitely monitor, especially after the development with Ubisoft and Epic. I think every publisher is going to have some sort of open dialogue with Epic because they have so much money, because they're willing to write these big checks, and they do really want to get into the game against Steam. There's a reason why they're giving out free, high-quality games every 2 weeks. They're not doing that for free. They're doing that because they're writing checks to those developers and publishers to offer those games for free. However, they're hoping you'll jump on over, download their client, and maybe even buy a couple of games after trying out the free games. But again, the overall dialogue of this video is, how would you react to Rockstar removing Red Dead Redemption 2 in a hypothetical world? Maybe it's exclusive to the Epic Games Store and their own client. Maybe it's only on their own client, but I think this scenario isn't as far-fetched as it may initially seem, especially after the recent Ubisoft and Epic development. Let me know all of your guys' thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.